Maglani, please stand up. Please stand up, everyone. Okay, thank you, Mr. Maglani. So good morning again, everyone. I am Teacher Jessie, and together with me is Teacher Lilydel, Teacher Rogen, and Teacher Kurt. Okay, so before we start our discussion for today, we will have first our warm-up activity, which is called the two truth and a lie. So I will select a student, to share the two statements or two truth statements of their lives, and then one statement of a lie. And then I will choose someone to identify which of those statements are the truth and which of those statements is a lie. Okay, can we start? So we will have Mr. Naga. Okay, stand up, Mr. Naga. Okay, Mr. Naga, tell us those three statements. The two truth and one lie. Okay, Mr. Naga, stand up. Okay, thank you, Mr. Naga. So can you have your seat now? And then I will choose Miss Lilydel. Okay, Miss Lilydel, please stand up. So what do you think, Miss Lilydel? Which of those statements are the truth and which of those statements is a lie? Okay, very good. So the second statement of Mr. Naga is the lie. Okay, very good. So can we have also Miss Rimosora? Can we have also Miss Rimosora? So what do you think of those statements of Mr. Naga is the truth? Okay, can you give me or can you identify which of those statements is true? Okay, very good. So the truth of those statements is which is the first statement of Mr. Naga. Okay, so can we move now to the proper discussion or the formal discussion of our lesson for today. So before we delve into our discussion for today, let me introduce to you our three main objectives for this morning. So first is to analyze the historical context and the significance of the Philippine Declaration of Independence in 1898 in Kawit, Cavite. The next, to reflect and share your insights as a learners about the establishment of the first Philippine Republic through group discussion activity. So later on, after we cover all the discussions, the necessary or the important details of this lesson, we will have our group discussion. And then last, you will create a historical output such as the Declaration of Philippine Independence in 1898 timeline. So this will be your output for this. This will be your output for this lesson. Okay. So for now, I will give the floor to Teacher Rogen for you to have the first part of our discussion.
So this time, we're going to travel back in time, a significant moment in our Philippine history. We're going to explore the Philippine Declaration of Independence, the very important event in our Philippine history. So, does anyone recognize this picture? Yes, Mr. Barlan. What do you think was happening in this event? Okay, thank you. So before we move on to the formal discussion of the Philippine Declaration of Independence, we're going to discuss first the event during the Spanish colonization in our country, the life of the Filipinos under the rule of the Spanish. So the Philippines was colonized by the Spain of over 300 years, from the year 1565 until 1898. So this long period significantly influenced the country's political, social, as well as the cultural landscapes. So the Spanish really influenced the political aspect of our country. The Spain established a centralized form of government with the Governor General holds the absolute power, and not only the national aspect, but also in the local. The local governance was often carried out by the Spanish officials, leading to the Filipinos as little or no representation in the politics. Next is the influence of Spaniards in our economy. So accordingly, there was a economic exploitation during the Spaniards' colonization in our country. The economy was primarily agrarian, and with the system we call as encomienda. This system has allowed the Spanish settlers to hold or control the land as well as the labor in the country. This system lead the widespread exploitation of Filipino farmers in the country, and also the limited economic opportunities for the local population. So next is the influence of the culture. So we all know that religion is the beliefs that the Spaniards introduced to us to enter our countries, to enter our country. So the question is, are we introduce the religion to the country for the sake of our souls, or are we introduce the religion because they are concerned with our salvation? Mr. Dato? Yes, of course no, because they have their own interest in they introduce religion for their own interest. They have their own interest. So the next, for over three centuries, the Philippines had been under the dominion of the Spain. This period was characterized by various forms of exploitation, oppression, as well as the cultural assimilation. The Spanish colonial government was imposed its religion, its language, custom upon the Filipino people. Suppressing their cultural tradition and their traditional beliefs. So that was the event during the colonial period, or during the rule of Spain in our country. So let us move on to the year where the Philippines declared the independence in 1898. So the declaration is important to us as a Filipino because it symbolized the end of more than 300 years Spanish colonial rule in the Philippines. It was the culmination of decades of resistance, and including the numerous uprising, and was a part of a broader wave of independence movements across the globe during the late 19th century. By declaring independence, the Philippines took a stance against the colonial power that had subjugated its people for centuries. So the question is, given the history of abuse, discrimination, oppression, and also the deprivation of our rights as a Filipinos, should we continue to follow or preserve the false teaching about religion and beliefs of imposed on us by the Spaniards? Yes, Mr. Opinion. Okay, thank you so much.
So once again, good day everyone. So our discussion today, we have the role of Emilio Aguinaldo. Emilio Aguinaldo who lead the revolutionary force against Spain, lead the rule and declaration. This leadership in June 12, 1898 was a pivotal moment in the struggle for Filipino determination. Aguinaldo emerged as the leader of the Philippine Revolution. He declared the independence of the Philippines from the Spain in June 12, 1998 in Kawit, Cavite. This day is celebrated Independence Day in the Philippines. So si Emilio Aguinaldo is isa na siyang kung karusta siya i-declare, siya nag-declare na one Independence Day. So, matanaw karon. So, Mr. Marlan, can you, in what year that declare Independence Day? Or anyone from the class? Mr. Marlan? Very good, Mr. Marlan. June 12 and 1898. After the declaration of independence, Aguinaldo was selected as the first president in the Philippines, Republic held in the position from the 1899 until 1901. So, after the declare ni Emilio Aguinaldo ang independence, so na-elect siya as a first president in the Philippines, or these are in country. So, Aguinaldo is the role of the Philippine Revolutionary, contributes the country's struggle and spirit in our pivotal moments in the nation's history. So, the second discussion is about the symbolism of the flag and national anthem. So, mostly ako nakita sa flag kay lalo ka nga design sa flag. So, wala na itong flag is sunshine, mga lain-lain na meaning, o nakakita lang ito na color, o na design ng triangle, star. So, mabala na natin siya karon sa more discussion lang natin. So, under the declaration, the Philippines flag design in Marcela City was formally raised, and the Philippine national anthem, originally composed by Julian Philippine, was played for the first time. This symbol is independence continued to be central Filipino national identity and pride. The Philippine flag, as designed Pilipinas, the Agoncillo is symbol of resilience of its colors and symbol specifically. So, the white triangles represent liberty, equality, and fraternity. The blue flame represent the peace, truth, and justice. The three stars represent the island groups of the Philippines, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So, kamulo naman kita anak, no? So, the white triangle is full represent of the kalayaan, equality, or protected tayo ng samahan ng mundo. So, the sun eight princes represent of 8 provinces. Atong colonize ito kasi Spanish, like Manila, Bulacan, Pampanga, Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Tarlac, and lastly, the Nueva Ecija. So, can you proceed the question? So, naman tayo with 8 rays sa sun. So, can you give me at least three provinces, Mr. Montilla, or anyone from the class, or Mr. Maglami? Yes. Thank you, Mr. Maglami. Mr. Bernard, same question. Can you provide me 3 provinces represent at least represent 3 rays of provinces? Mr. Bernard? Thank you, Mr. Bernard. Let's proceed. So, let's proceed our topic to Ms. Revisor.
So, in continuation for our discussion, we will get in touch about the shift from Spanish to American influence. So, can we have Mr. Katamisan? What is your opinion about the shift from Spanish to American influence? Can you stand up, please? Okay, so thank you so much. Then, so imagine the Philippines in 1898, after centuries, during Spain, they declared independence. Freedom seems close, but then the United States wins the war against Spain. But the Philippines is caught in the middle. They fight for their own freedom in the Philippine-American War. So it is a very difficult time, but even in the midst of the struggle, the Filipinos declare their independence in Cavite. It's a powerful symbol of their spirit. They desire to be free. This declaration ignited a sense of national pride. Then
significant event upholded in the town of Kawit, Cavite. It was the declaration of Philippine independence from the Spanish colonial rule. These momentous occasions mark the culmination of centuries struggle and sacrifices by the Filipino people. So what is the significance, or why it is important to us as Filipino to celebrate the declaration of Independence Day? Yes, because why it is significant in this place? It is important or significant in this place because Kawit, Cavite holds the special place for in the Philippine history as the birthplace of Philippine revolutions, and it is the site of declaration of independence. And it is also the ancestral hometown, home of our first president, as well as the revolutionary leader, General Emilio Aguinaldo. And this town is served as a venue for this historic event. So additionally, the declaration of Philippine independence has profound cultural and a historical significance. Because it symbolizes the Filipino people's courage, resilience, as well as the unwavering spirit. The event has become a source of national pride and unity, inspiring generations of Filipino to strive to a better future.
So thank you for Teacher Rogen, Teacher Kurt, and Teacher Lilidad for giving